Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Welcome back to AI Hub, everyone. I'm Larry.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're diving deep today into OpenAI's Stargate project.
That's right. We're going to be looking at their plan to build out a whole network of data centers, specifically for AI.
Okay.
And get this, they're aiming for investments between $100 to $500 billion.
Whoa. Okay, that's a pretty big number.
Yeah, it's a truly astronomical amount of money.
So before we even get into it, can you just remind us why these data centers are important for AI?
Yeah, so training a powerful AI model requires just an unbelievable amount of computing power.
Right.
Imagine trying to render a complex 3D movie on your old flip phone.
Oh, yeah.
You just wouldn't cut it.
No.
Data centers are these massive server farms. They provide the heavy-duty computing muscle that AI needs to learn and grow.
So OpenAI is basically creating a custom-built gym for their AI to bulk up.
Exactly.
They're calling it Stargate.
Exactly. OpenAI is putting up around $15 billion themselves.
Okay.
And other big players like SoftBank and MGX, that's a Middle Eastern AI fund, by the way, are also expected to chip in similar amounts.
Gotcha. So that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
But it's still a tiny fraction of the total, right?
Yeah.
How are they going to close that gap?
So they're hoping to attract the rest through a combination of equity from their existing investors and through debt financing.
Okay.
But there's a pretty major snag.
Yeah.
A lot of skepticism, and especially from one very influential person in the tech world.
I think I know who you're about to say.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, Mr. Twitter Storm himself.
That's right. He's been pretty vocal about his doubts regarding Stargate's funding.
Yeah. What's behind that skepticism?
Well, it's not totally clear what's motivating his doubts, but it is worth remembering that Musk co-founded OpenAI back in 2015.
Yeah, right.
Although he later stepped down from the board. He has expressed some concerns about the direction that OpenAI has taken, particularly with its close ties to Microsoft.
Right. So there could be some, lingering rivalry there or philosophical differences.
Potentially.
Yeah. And Musk has been a vocal advocate for responsible AI development, right?
Yes, he has.
And he's expressed concerns about the potential dangers of unchecked AI progress.
Yeah, he's not alone in those concerns.
Right. And when a tech giant like Musk speaks out, people and investors, they listen, right?
They do.
What does his skepticism mean for the future of Stargate?
It could definitely create some headwinds, particularly when it comes to securing those additional investments.
Right.
Musk's comments could spook potential investors, make them a little hesitant to jump on board.
It's almost like a high-stakes poker game, and he just threw a wild card on the table.
Exactly, and it adds a whole new layer of uncertainty to this already complex challenge of funding a project of this magnitude.
This is where it gets interesting, I think, because there's a political angle to this as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Musk's connection to the White House through his role on President Trump's DOGE advisory commission.
Yeah.
Part of that.
Oh, yeah.
Adds another layer of complexity.
It does.
His comments haven't exactly been well received by top White House aides.
Yeah, it's definitely a tangled web.
Yeah.
It's unclear how this political friction might affect Stargate's trajectory.
So we have this bold vision for the future of AI infrastructure, right?
Uh-huh.
But with some serious financial and political hurdles.
Yeah.
What happens if they just can't secure the funding?
That's the million-dollar question.
Does this whole Stargate project just fizzle out?
Well, the ramifications of Stargate's success or failure could be huge.
Right.
Not just for OpenAI, but for the entire AI landscape.
Okay, I am hooked.
Yeah.
I need to know more.
Yeah.
Let's unpack those potential consequences and what they might mean for the future of AI.
Okay, so we were talking about what happens if OpenAI can't secure the funding for Stargate.
Right, what are the stakes?
What are the stakes? Yeah.
Well, for OpenAI, failing to get the funding would be a major setback.
Yeah.
They've put a lot of their resources, a lot of energy into this. And it's really become central to their strategy.
So it's not just about the money then, right? No, it's also about their credibility.
Right.
Their position as a leader in the AI field.
Exactly. And if Stargate fails, it could really raise some questions about their ability to execute on these ambitious projects.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And attract top talent
for sure.
But the ripple effects could extend even further than OpenAI.
Right.
Didn't we say this could impact the entire AI landscape?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Stargate's success could lead to a democratization of AI.
Okay.
Making those powerful tools and resources more accessible to researchers, startups, even individuals who wouldn't normally have access to that kind of computing power.
So it's like leveling the playing field, giving more people a chance to really contribute to this AI innovation.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's if Stargate succeeds.
Right.
If it fails, what's the flip side?
Well, if Stargate fails, it could actually reinforce the existing power dynamics in the AI world.
Oh, wow.
Where only a handful of these really well-funded companies have the resources to develop and deploy the most powerful AI.
So instead of democratizing, it could lead to further consolidation and control in the hands of just a few.
It's a real possibility, and it raises some important questions about the future of AI, Who gets to shape it, who benefits from it, and who might get left behind.
Wow, okay, so we've got these two potential futures.
Yeah,
A more open and collaborative AI ecosystem, or a more concentrated and controlled one.
Yeah.
And the path we take really hinges on the fate of Stargate.
That's a pretty dramatic way to put it. But yeah, I think you're right. It really is like a decision point.
Yeah.
A fork in the road.
A fork in the road for AI.
Yeah, for the development of AI.
So what does all this mean for the average person?
Right.
Should we be rooting for Stargate to succeed or fail?
Well, I don't think it's about rooting for one side or the other. Right. It's about understanding the implications and engaging in a thoughtful discussion about the future that we want to see for AI.
It's about making sure that AI benefits all of humanity, right?
Correct.
And not just a select few.
Precisely. And that requires us to think critically about the infrastructure that underpins AI development.
Yeah.
Not just the flashy applications and algorithms.
Stargate has definitely brought these underlying infrastructure issues to the forefront.
It really has.
Speaking of infrastructure, though, there's a whole other layer to this story, right? The technology itself.
The tech.
We've been so caught up in like the financials and the political drama that we haven't even talked about like what's going on inside these Stargate data centers.
Right.
What makes them so special? What kind of tech are we talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk tech.
Let's geek out a little bit.
Yeah. We've talked about the money, the politics, even some of the ethical questions.
Yeah.
But what are the tech itself?
Right. What's actually going on inside these data centers?
Yeah, what makes them so revolutionary?
Well, OpenAI is being pretty secretive about the exact technical specs for now.
Okay.
But we can make some educated guesses based on what we know about current trends in AI hardware.
Okay. Hit me with your best guess.
All right. So one key area to keep an eye on is the development of specialized AI chips.
Specialized AI chip.
These chips are specifically designed for the unique demands of AI.
So these aren't your average computer processor?
Not quite your traditional CPUs. The brains of your computer are really good for general purpose tasks, but they're not always the most efficient when it comes to AI.
What's different about the calculations that are needed for AI?
Well, AI models rely heavily on something called matrix multiplication.
Okay.
Basically, it's a ton of math involving multiplying these huge arrays of numbers. They also thrive on parallel processing, where many calculations are being performed simultaneously.
Gotcha.
And specialized AI chips are optimized for these specific tasks.
So it's like comparing a Swiss Army knife to a specialized surgical tool.
That's a great analogy.
Right, they can both get the job done. But the surgical tool is going to be much more precise and efficient for that one specific task.
Right. And these specialized AI chips, they can process information much faster and with less energy consumption.
Which is great.
Which means faster training times and lower costs for OpenAI.
So it's a win-win for them.
Yeah. Faster training means they can develop and improve their models much quicker.
Right.
And lower energy costs are good for the planet and their bottom line.
Exactly. And we're already seeing companies like Google and NVIDIA making huge strides with these AI chips, right?
It's a safe bet that OpenAI is using the most advanced technology available for Stargate.
But it's not just about the hardware, is it?
No, it's not.
You need the software too, right?
Absolutely.
To manage and coordinate all of those chips and all that data.
You need powerful software.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to conduct an orchestra with thousands of instruments all playing at once.
Oh, wow.
You need a conductor to keep everything in sync.
Right.
That's what the software infrastructure does for Stargate.
It orchestrates the flow of data It assigns tasks to different chips and makes sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds so complex.
It is incredibly complex, but OpenAI has been a leader in developing this kind of software for managing these large-scale AI workloads. They've even open-sourced some of their tools.
Oh, wow.
So they're sharing them with the wider AI community.
So they're really contributing to the development of the entire field then, not just...
Exactly. It's not just about one company's ambition.
Yeah.
It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
Right.
And, potentially democratizing access to these powerful tools.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into OpenAI's Stargate project.
It has.
We've covered so much.
We have.
The financial challenges, the political intrigue, the ethical questions, and now this cutting-edge technology that could shape the future of AI.
It's a story with a lot of twists and turns, and it's really just getting started. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Absolutely. If this deep dive has sparked your curiosity about the world of AI,
please
be sure to subscribe to AI Hub for more in-depth discussions and insightful analysis. We're your one-stop shop for all things AI.
Yes, we are.
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.